James and the Diesel Engine by Christopher Audrey. Old Stuck Up. The Fat Controller prefers steam engines on his railway, but he found diesels useful because they could pull neither coaches or trucks. You're versatile, he would say to them. Real mixed traffic engines. Boko and Bear were proud of this, but James was not impressed. He liked these two diesels, but he treated all others with deep suspicion. Diesels don't use coal and water, he would say darkly. How can you trust an engine who isn't normal to his habits? Visiting diesels sometimes boast about how special they were. Usually, Boko and Bear had to spend the next day soothing ruffled feelings. One day, a particularly diesel came from the other railway. When the visitor found that he was to share the shed with steam engines, he stopped outside in disgust and refused to go any further. Why on earth does your controller keep such out-of-date objects? He growled rudely. Dirty, smoky, slow things. Ugh! He shuddered in disgust. On our old railway, the diesel continued loftily, steam engines are kept strictly in their place and not allowed on the main line without special permission. Boko, who was showing the diesel round, lost patience. Stay outside then if you're so proud about it, he said crossly. I'm going to join my friends. I hope it's cold tonight if you can't start in the morning, scoffed James. At least someone might want to preserve us. Who need him, old stuck-up? The engines were glad when morning came. They went to fetch their trains as early as they could, and the visitor was left alone. That's better, he purred to himself. How can an engine rest in all that hissing and clanking? The cleaning equipment and fuel supply were in the part of the shed that Boko and Bear shared. Old Stuck-Up was so full of self-importance that he had forgotten he would need cleaning and refueling before he went home. It was getting late when he remembered. The shed is empty, he thought. If I go now, no one will know if I've been. He scudded forward quickly. Too quickly. The rails where Bear and Boko had stood were oily, and when the visitor tried to stop, he couldn't. Blade blocks and blockers! I'm slipping, he wailed, as his wheels locked and slithered. He shut his eyes, and with a despairing whoop of horror, he crashed into the wall at the back of the shed. The diesel was not badly damaged, but a dreadful draught came through the hole in the wall. When the other engines came home, they heard the story from Douglas, who cleared up the mess. Ho, 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 chortled Henry. Old Stocker came up stuck, did he? I say, Boko, what is it the Fat Controller calls you? Versatile, chuckled Boko. But that isn't what he called Old Stuck-Up. I couldn't hear all, he said, but I don't think it sounded very polite.